Hello, welcome back. Today I'm doing what I'm going to call a manga reading log, and some of these series you'll actually recognize from my New Year's video, as I think I read one of them in December or something. So I'm going to discuss what I like, and so there will be spoilers in this video. So there's a warning for the series I'm going to be talking about, and something I've talked about before, and that is Dr. Stone. People know I actually love this series. It's actually one of my favorite of all time, maybe even more than like something like Full Metal Alchemist. And I really like this volume here. When they got the sulfuric acid, I thought that was really cool, and they used nature to fight back. As a lot of people know, I love my shonen, just shonen in general. So I like all the fight scenes and combat and that kind of thing. And Doctor Stone is different, where they use something, they use science. I guess Full Metal Alchemist sort of uses science in a way, but not in a way that Doctor Stone does, where they fight with literally using science. And when they fought back, I forgot their names, but they ran to the sulfuric acid, with the lakes, rivers, like this volume here. And then this one I also really like. So my favorite part of this volume here is probably the backstory of Senku's dad. I think Senku's dad is really cool, and I'm gonna have to pick up his spin-off one of these days, along with when they also made the water wheel, I believe. Yeah, and the generators with the gears and all that. So they just made a lot of advancements in this one. Also the cotton candy machine, and so it's just a lot of advancing and slowly building up for the next book, I guess. And I believe I don't know what happens after this one. I know it happens in volume 8, not 7 though. I forgot. It's been a while since I watched the anime, but it's one of my favorites. The next one is also something I've talked about before, and that is Undone Luck. So, it's just recently read it. It happened to be in my video of top 5 manga. Um, and I do love this series, and it's gotten a whole lot better. Volume 4, when they lost the round table, very intense. We also saw the person on the bottom attack. They're the one in the mechanical ball thing. We learned their powers. I think they got backstory in this one. It's very cool. Billy, oh my Billy. Billy did, yeah, Billy's there now. Billy is. I have a lot to say about Billy. I don't want to spoil it too much, but Billy did some big stuff. I don't know if I like him anymore or if I think he's even more cool. And he's going to be a big character in the future. Along with volume 5 of Undone Luck. This is probably my all-time favorite volume, especially because they introduced the mangaka, along with some backstory of Andy here. And the mangaka is probably my all-time favorite character. I think their name's like, I'm not gonna try with their name. It's, yeah, I don't want to mispronounce it. But the mangaka, um, it was really cool when they chopped their arm off, and then they just went, you don't need a left hand to draw manga, and just made a new one, sort of out of ink, or I think they made it out of ink. I think my friend thinks he just stole Andy's, but I think he drew it, or she. We don't really know their gender. Definitely did draw it, and I just thought their ability. Well, it's not technically their ability yet. It just happens to be an artifact that they have, and this was actually a really good volume. And then another really popular one that I'm gonna be honest here, wasn't the biggest fan of. I think it's wholesome and everything. That's when we can't communicate. Um, so I really like Shonen. Let me get that out of the way. And my friend wanted me to read this. It was funny, it had me laughing at moments, but I can't say it's my favorite read of all time. I think I even liked. Well, I haven't read that many stuff I didn't like. Okay, well, okay. Yeah. So can't communicate. People love it. I unsure about the characters. I can't say the characters are my favorite. Um, as of today, as of volume one, maybe some will increase. Just the main character. He's normal, which is kind of boring. I mean, he's something. Komi's really wholesome. She's probably the best character in this book, hands down. And then some of them are just other ones are kind of strange. I'm excited to see like the ninja guy, but I'm unsure about the characters and the plot. The idea of her having 100 friends, yeah, that's good. But I don't like how it's like each chapter is a different day. most of the time. Like it just changes immediately, and that's maybe the thing I don't like about slice of life, where they don't have like chapter 28 chapter arcs where they're fighting someone or something. It's more like every two chapters or every chapter it switches scenes or locations. That's the same thing. And I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. I love the artwork though. It's a beautiful book. The pages are super white too, which I like because I don't like yellowing. Most of my books are a little yellow. I don't mind it too much, but it's very clean artwork. And it's funny at times. It had me laughing, which is its goal. But I can't say it's been my favorite of all time, as I do like my shonen books. Beginning was kind of slow, right? It was all right. Can't say it was my favorite beginning, but once it got to like the second half with the comedian friend, I got really drawn into it. I think the problem with the beginning for me was it was just one character, and it's hard to play off with just one character and have like what's it called, dialogue between the characters. It's a little tricky, I guess, to probably do that. And so the idea of there being more than just this one character, um, or just the fact that there's more than one character, makes it a lot easier to read, and there's dialogue between them that makes it more interesting. I also don't mind gore. Then, the characters so far, the community is my favorite. There's only two characters, and the chick on the right, I don't know where her name's Sakura, I believe. I just looked into it, and she's like the survivor, and then he's the complete opposite. And his personality actually makes me laugh. Having someone who just doesn't care there's an apocalypse going on is a very interesting take on the zombie apocalypse. I know this has been talked before, so I won't go too much into it. It's good read. To the beginning, yeah, that had been a little slow. Just seeing him work in the office wasn't the best thing, but very strong so far. Very strong so far. I could talk. Um, and you should, if you're into it, look into it. I heard volume 3 and 4 slow down, but hopefully 5 picks up. I haven't read much about 5 yet, but I will probably continue this series. And yeah, we'll see. I don't actually own all this manga either. A lot of it's from my friends because they like to have me read manga. Actually, most of my January was from friends. This here, it's manga from my friends to read. And yeah, it's nice of them. Oop. So shout out to them. I know you're probably watching this. Um, that's about it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading log. Hopefully it didn't spoil too much. See you in the next one. Goodbye.